Hey guys, today we want to talk about outerwear, coats, jackets, rain jackets, that type of thing. These are all quality brands, and by the way, I'm not getting compensated in any way by any of these companies. So I bought everything with my own money, and this is just a pure true review here. So anyway, we want to talk about some brands like Arc'teryx, who I've been buying from for quite some time. Kuhl, Kuhl, did a pants review recently, and I reviewed some of their pants as well. A little bit about outdoor research, and then a new brand, Kuiu, Kuiu, that I found more recently, and just absolutely love their products. Very high quality, not only their apparel, also their bags and other equipment is very good as well. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with Arc'teryx. Let's start with a lightweight jacket. This is called the Atom, what's called the Atom LT hoodie. Now it's just called the Atom hoodie. It's pretty lightweight. It's good. I'd say temperature range from in the 50s to mid 40s possibly. As an outer layer, if it's a mid layer, obviously you can add a shell to this to add more warmth for colder weather. By the way, I'm 6'1", 200 pounds. This is a large, so this kind of shows you the fit. It's a little snug, not bad. I like it this size for, especially for a mid layer. It does have these elastic type stretchy fabric underneath the arm and down the side. It allows heat transfer to come out, and then also just for a little bit more flexible fit. So you can wear it a little bit more snug. So anyway, I like the way this fits. It does have a hood. It's a full hood that is helmet compatible as well. I don't use the hood that often, but it is there if you need it. And anyway, I like it. This is called a black sapphire color. And again, it's a large. So again, that's the Atom hoodie. And it retails for about $300, but you can always get these on sale. Also, the elastic on the wrist is very well done. It's not adjustable, but really you don't need it. It's just enough elastic there for the wrist. The next one is the Atom Heavyweight is what they call it now. When I bought it, it was the Atom AR. This is black. It's also large. It's just like the other jacket I just had on, but a little bit more insulation. And this is a insulation called Core. It's a synthetic insulation. So both this jacket and the other has a DWR treatment to it. So it will withstand a little bit of weather, maybe a light rain or mist, but you really don't want more than that. It will start absorbing. But the good news is the synthetic insulation dries out well, opposed to like goose down that you do not want to get wet. So anyway, this, again, it's also a good mid layer if it's really cold. I wear it just as an outer layer in the low 40s. Starts getting down in the 30s, I'll put a shell on top of it. And I have a shell I like that I bought recently. I'm going to show a little bit later. I took this and the shell to a trip to Europe recently, and it worked out great. Temperature range from low 30s to about mid 40s. It worked out great. Okay, so that is the Atom Heavyweight. Used to be the AR, and this is a black. Next, I'm going to show you the Gamma MX hoodie. This is a soft shell, and again, temperature-wise, I would say, again, low 50s, 40s. Depending on what you have under it, you could wear it in colder weather if you had a mid layer underneath it. Now the one I've got is pretty snug, so it's not really geared that well for a mid layer. This is the jacket I use just for, like I said, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Okay, so the color, I cannot remember what this color is. It's kind of an unusual color, and I'm showing on the camera. It's kind of a type of a gray, but I can't remember the color. Same kind of elastic on the wrist, which I really like. It's got a few pockets on it. It's got a couple chest pockets on it. And then some inner pockets. I didn't mention the other two also have inner pockets as well. So all the good storage there. And what I like about all of these, the three I've just showed you, the pockets are mesh. So you can unzip and let some heat out as well. The mesh allows that to happen. And let me get this zipped up. So there it is. Again, this is a large and another full hood on this one as well. Okay, that is the Gamma MX hoodie by Arc'teryx. Now the next one I'm going to show is a rain jacket. It's a hard shell rain jacket. And this is called the Beta LT rain jacket. It's very well made. MSRP on this is about $450. It's a little pricey, but you can get them on sale again for, you know, up to $100 off about. So I would say anything between $50 and $100 off is not a bad price for this. But again, it's, you know, very well made. It's got your, you know, your sealed seams. Everything is taped and sealed. Just a very well-made rain jacket. For a lot of people, this is going to be overkill, but if you do a lot of hiking and things outdoors, it's good to have a good outer shell that you can put on any of these others I just showed. Yeah, the same thing with the hood, full hood, helmet compatible. It's got adjustments. They all have adjustments in the back and on the front. So now this one does have an adjustable wrist bands here. So with some Velcro. But again, this is a large as well. And it's got a little bit of room to put a mid-layer underneath it. But still a little snug, but for me it's just right. Good pockets. Of course, all the zippers are waterproof. And a good outer shell. All right, so that's it for Arc'teryx. Now let's move on. Okay, now let's cover outdoor research. I just have a couple pieces. One in particular I'm going to show you is called the Ferrosi hooded jacket. Very lightweight jacket. This is something for, I mean, it could be like a cool summer night, or it could be early fall, late spring. Just need to throw a little something over you. It does have a little bit of rain resistance to it. So if it's a light mist or something, it will do well. But you know, very thin. Just if you need just a little jacket, and it is hooded as well. And again, this is also a large. Fits pretty much like the Arc'teryx do. A little bit snugger, maybe a little bit tighter. But it's got a lot of stretch to it, so it gives. So you could put a mid layer underneath this, and use this for an outer layer. So again, this is the Ferrosi hooded by Outdoor Research. Now this other piece I'm going to show you, almost didn't show it because you really can't get it anymore, but I just want to show you an example of a very thin mid layer that's so warm. I took this thing hiking. I did one of my videos. I show my hammock setup in the snow, and I had this as my my mid layer, and it really did a great job in keeping me warm. This is called the Ascendant jacket, and I also have the vest version of this too. And it's got something called a Polaritic Alpha Direct Insulation. So this insulation, it comes in contact with your skin. It's very soft. Now this one I purposely bought kind of tight because I wanted it as a mid layer only. I really never use this for an outer layer, but it is just so extremely warm. So again, I almost didn't show it because you really can't get it anymore. And I really haven't looked to see what they have that's compatible to this. So that is Outdoor Research. I do like their products. I don't buy as much from them as I used to because I found these other brands I like a little bit more. But those are two good pieces from Outdoor Research. Okay, now we come to two of my favorite brands. One I've been buying from for quite some time. That's Kuhl, K-U-H-L. This is their Spyfire jacket. This also comes in a hood, with a hood, but I got the non-hooded version. Love this thing. I love the way it looks. Love the way it feels, and for something so light and packable, it's very warm. I'm very surprised with that. This is a large, color is carbon. MSRP on this is about $250. I think the hooded is about another $20 or so. It's got something called it's a Microtex nylon shell to it. And this one actually is goose down. It's an 800 fill goose down. So again, very warm, it compacts very well. Good thing about goose down, it packs down better than the synthetic, but you don't want to get it wet. So it is coated. And I like the variable baffles on it. I mean, the design of this really puts the warmth where it needs to be. And they've done a really good job with this. I love this jacket. It's one too that it can look casual or it can kind of dress it up a little bit. It kind of goes both ways. So really like this. Again, this is a Spyfire jacket. And there's, again, internal pockets, first regular pockets. Just love it. Love the color too. This carbon color is kind of a dark bluish gray type of color. All right, now another cool jacket is the Burr. Now, what I like about this is it's got this patina look to it. It's designed, the dye they use is designed that the more you wash it, the better it looks. Now, I'll give you an example here. So this one, I've probably washed about, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. I've had it about 2 years. This is kind of the way it looks. Whereas here is a brand new one. I liked it so much I bought 2 of them. And I haven't worn this one yet. And you can kind of see the difference. All right, so it just, you know, has that nice worn look to it that I think really looks cool. Again, this is a large. And fits well. It's kind of a rustic look. We live out in the country, and the thing I really needed, what motivated me to buy this is we have a lot of fires, a lot of campfires and burning brush and stuff. And if you're wearing one of those down type jackets, I mean, an ember can just melt it. Where this is more of a cotton, comb cotton canvas type of material that has a wax finish on it. So it really is a lot more durable in those ways. So much more wear resistant, burn resistant. So be it if you're around campfires and things. So that's why I got this. And so, you know, I really like this. It has your normal pockets, has your chest pocket, and then has, does not have internal pockets, but it has a nice soft layer to it as far as the lining. Now this is not they do make a version that is, got a thick lining in it for colder weather, but this is the unlined version, okay? Now, that is called the Burr, and one that's very similar, which is lined, very heavy, is called the Law fleece lined coat. And so it's made out of the same material. The one I just showed you, the color is gunmetal. This one is espresso, so it's a little bit darker. I've only washed it once, so it doesn't have that patina look to it yet. But really, really like this coat. So there you go. That's, you know, very heavy duty, very warm. It's one that I wouldn't pack to go on a trip because it's just so bulky, but I love it local, around the house and just traveling local. Big hood on it, as you can see, and just a very, very warm coat. But nice and heavy, durable, same type of material that's used on the Burr. And this one fits a little bit bigger. It's a large, but it's a little bit bigger in the fit. So again, very good coat. Highly recommend it. Okay. So that is the Kuhl lineup, Kuhl. And let's move on. Okay, now we're going to talk about a company I've bought from more recently. I found out about these guys about a year ago, and I kind of waited for their next big sale and jumped on it this year and bought quite a bit. Their quality is incredible, and not just their apparel, but also their backpacks and other accessories as well. They market themselves as a lightweight hunting apparel company. And again, the quality is just incredible. So I'm going to show you two pieces I actually took on that same trip to Europe and used on top of that Arc'teryx base layer I mentioned. But I'm going to show you a soft shell and a kind of a hard shell rain jacket, but not really as hard as the Arc'teryx I have. So this first one is called the Axis Hybrid Hooded Jacket. So it's got a lot of weather resistance to it, and it's got the seam, the taped seams, which is cool. And again, now this is an extra large, okay? So I knew I wanted to run some things underneath it. Oh, by the way, as you can see here, there are pit zips. And I forgot to mention that on the Arc'teryx rain jacket also has the pit zips. So what it allows you to do, obviously, if you've got a lot of heat, you can unzip those and let out some of that heat to cool down. So anyway, this is an extra large. And I really bought it to be an outer shell. I'm not used so much on its own, even though it's not that big, just a little bit big. But again, full hood on it, okay? Helmet compatible. It's got your normal zippers, normal pockets. Got one on the chest. It's got let's see, nothing on the inside, but it's got the regular pockets here. Again, they're the mesh, so again that helps as well if you want to unzip to let out some heat. And also this mesh, I've got some pants by them as well, has the same kind of mesh. It almost feels like it's a fleece, to be honest with you. But anyway, I like this jacket. Now, they call it a hybrid because there's parts of it, if you can see the color differences here, it's treated more along here and here for the rain resistance, and where they leave the other parts breathable. So it really does a great job in protecting you and allowing it to breathe. So really love this jacket. You know, they are a little pricey again, but they have some good sales. This one was about $300, so really about like Arc'teryx, about priced the same way. Okay, this other piece is the Kutana Storm Shell. This is a rain jacket. Again, the seams, everything just like all the other high-end rain jackets are. Of course, this one is thinner compared to the one I just showed you. There is no lining. This is simply a hard shell. As a rain jacket. And this one is a size large, where the other one was a size extra large. This one is a large, because I knew a lot of times I'd be wearing this without a mid layer. And it's still not that tight. I mean, it's a good size. So some of these things are hit and miss. This is why I want to show you how it fits on me. I think it's very important. When I'm looking at reviews, I'm always waiting for the person to tell me, you know, how big are you and what sizes that you have on. And even the colors, both of these colors are ash, I forgot to mention. It's a very popular color for them. And again, just your typical water resistant. It's very breathable. It's got a waterproof membrane, but it's very breathable. Ripstop, stretch nylon, and also has the pit zips in it as well for heat transfer, okay? So again, that is the Kutana Storm by Kuiu. All right, that's gonna do it. I hope this was informative. I just want to make a short video. Some of the jackets that I've been wearing lately that I really like. Some of them I've been wearing for a few years. And I do a lot of research on this stuff, and I find something I like to share it with you. I'll leave links below. Again, I have no affiliations with these companies, but I'll leave links so you can find them. And please feel free to give any comments, like and subscribe. We always appreciate that. Until next time, have a good time out there.